Redditors who got a useless degree, how did it turn out? Masters in acting. I took the skills I learned from a student job building theater sets and became a general contractor. BFA in acting. Took my skills and personality into sales. MA in theater. I work in community engagement at a museum. My undergrad is in journalism, so when I started working construction, I didn't have to learn how to be a chain-smoking alcoholic. Fine arts degree. I draw toy designs for Hasbro. It's awesome. Using the fuck out of my theater degree so I can act like I care in my customer service job. Performance of a lifetime. Well, I personally figured getting a chemistry degree would be an easy way to avoid having a useless degree, but then I found out all entry-level lab work is open to high school GEDs and pays less than fast food where I live. That said, hazardous waste is good work if anyone is feeling it. Comes with its own retirement in the form of chronic poisoning, but you get life insurance as well, so someone you know will be happy when you pass. I did the same thing. Realized a bachelor's does not get you far in chemistry, but was too burned out uninterested to continue on with further degrees. Undergrad in Latin, master's in history. I am now a lawyer. That tracks. It was either law or the clergy. Third option being summoning demons to do your work. History degree here. I took a full-time job unrelated to my studies because it was June 2020, so I figured I should have something at hand. Ended up loving the job, so I didn't continue down the path to my master's or credentials for teaching. Glad I didn't as well, from talking to my peers. Now I work in public transit, and it's honestly much more fulfilling than I ever would have thought. The joke in transit is that nobody aspired to get here, but most of us love it here. I have a philosophy degree. I was halfway through my art degree when I got a job working at a garbage dump. Dropped out of school for a very fulfilling career in solid waste. I did eventually go back and finish a degree in environmental science, a decade later, to qualify for some higher level positions in the environmental compliance side of the field. English degree. I do data entry and paperwork at a medical clinic. Computer literacy, in general, and professional writing typing skills do help a lot. LOL. English for me as well. Was a programmer until the market became hyper-competitive. Now work in law. It's crazy how useful knowing how to write and being computer literate comes in handy in so many fields. Archaeology anthropology degree. I work at an engineering firm as an archaeologist. What does an engineering firm need an archaeologist for? Not trying to be rude, genuinely curious. LOL, no worries. My province requires archaeological assessments for all developments that may impact archaeological resources, i.e. the ground. There is extensive assessment, permitting and reporting, indigenous engagement, fieldwork, artifact analysis, and repatriation. Most archaeology is done via private industry. I'm housed under environmental services with biologists and geoscientists. It's easier than not to have an archaeological department to handle things or give a risk analysis. Most of the large engineering firms here have an Archie department or a preferred contractor. Philosophy degree. I work at Dollar Tree. Wife has a philosophy degree as well. She does quality for a call center. She uses her degree when arguing with supervisors over scores. The only people I know with philosophy degrees are the people that taught the classes I took in college. Don't use my first degree, but I met my wife getting that degree. That's worth more than anything. Don't hold out on us. Tell us what degree we have to get for your wife to like us too. Criminal justice, LOL. More of a red flag, to be honest. I got my BA in French and an MA in French linguistics. I loved every minute of it, but never found my planned career in teaching French. I ended up teaching computer science courses for a while, and then became an instructional designer. I just retired last month and I don't regret any of it. Japanese degree. Went to law school. Now I can understand the anime I watched during my breaks. Unemployed political science major. Undergrad was expensive and law school is out of reach financially. Studied comparative religion, work in IT. Arts degree. I work in IT. I think we all get tired of being poor and turn to IT as our salvation. It's worked out well though. I got a degree in anthropology. My father, having paid for this degree, then told me I needed something with a certificate. So, off to nursing school I went. It was the perfect profession for me. Political science degree. Ended up deciding not to go to law school. I work in insurance. But because I developed a skill in writing, I am able to do a lot of my work via email with client services and get paid pretty decent, and I have a work-from-home job. Education is never useless and always helps even if it's not the path you originally thought it would be. Theater degree here. Then got an MFA in writing. Basically burned out on both things, though I do still write. Ended up as a district merchandising manager after working my way through grad school as a retail manager merchandiser. Criminology. Now I'm an airline pilot. Not my story. I met a man who said he had a useless degree. I asked him what it was. He said Victorian studies. But then steampunk became popular. He is doing really well as a maker now. He was also a judge on a show on steampunk crafts and wrote a book. I got a degree in East Asian studies because my advisor said it doesn't matter, just major in something you like, there will be jobs. Worked retail for 10 plus years. I'm now at my uncle's real estate company. Nepotism to the rescue. Got my undergrad in linguistics. Switched careers to comp science and got a master's. Now work in IT. English degree. I'm an editor. I love it. That wasn't useless at all. You went into a job directly related to your field of study. Geography. It's not useless at all, but many people believe it to be. Every company and government uses GIS, Geographic Information Systems, on some capacity, but I digress. Everyone I know from school is gainfully employed, but there are very few set paths, the exceptions being environmental consulting and GIS analysts. That means the 50 people in my undergrad program probably have 40 different job titles or even types of jobs. Geographers are also social scientists or physical scientists with the social science lens, so really good at critical thinking and looking at issues from many angles. I've been working many non-academic jobs at a university, and it's super fulfilling. Pay would be better in private sector, but I'm happy. Work-life balance is great, and I love all the different people that work in universities. I have a BA in English literature. I make 6 figures as a professional technical writer and editor. I'd say it's all going pretty well. English and political science double major. Worked in federal government for about a decade, then transitioned into consulting. I used to think my degree was useless, but it's become clearer to me lately that writing, editing, public speaking, and critical thinking were skills I developed in college and subsequently took for granted. A lot of people come out of college and graduate school without having those skills, and if anything, it seems to be getting worse. ChatGPT has leveled the playing field somewhat, but a lot of people are using it as a crutch, and it shows. Film degree. You can find my name in the set lighting or grips section at the end of Marvel movies, Top Gun Maverick, and this summer's female one amongst network TV shows and a bunch of small indies you've never heard of. I have a son with a bachelor's and master's degrees in music, but didn't pursue music as a career. He works as a manager and trainer at an upscale gym in a large city and makes about 6 figures a year. I am still proud of him despite his not pursuing his degree career. As long as he is happy, that's what matters most. My late sister hated math, barely passed Algebra 1, stopped after geometry, majored in art, and ended up as a programmer for MX. Theater degree partner at an ad agency. I used my degree multiple times every single day, and my 20s were guaranteed more fun than most of the suits who make just as much as I do now. It's risky, but I say do what you love and know when to pivot. Studied computer games programming, a degree I switched from computer science in my first semester. Got a job as a programmer for a studio that made gambling games, and then 6 years later got a job at an indie games publisher. Got laid off from them 18 months ago, but work as a games programmer for a big games company now. Not so useless as my dad feared it'd be. My high school guidance counselor, who doubled as a career counselor, coach, HR, student records, and about 6 other jobs, told me computers were a passing fad, and I shouldn't waste my time with them. Hell of a profitable fad, lady. BA in fine art, jewelry designer and silversmith. English and creative writing. Was so deeply agoraphobic and socially anxious that I could barely function before my degree. Studying something I was genuinely passionate about made the push towards independence actually achievable. If I'd studied finance like I'd planned, I definitely wouldn't have made it to the end of my time at university in one piece. The fact I'm nearly 30 with a wide group of friends and a comfortable medical administrator job is entirely because I used my time at university to grow into adulthood securely. College can be valuable in various ways. Just sucks that it's so expensive that going for pastoral reasons isn't realistic for so many people. Criminal justice degree. Yes, I became a cop. No, I didn't need this degree to be a cop, but I am compensated more because of it. So it worked out well for me. Do you have a similar story? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.